So we're going to talk about the features of the LennyLight and how to get it all set up for a newborn in 2 different configurations. So here at Carrier Connection we have the LennyLight in the amber green herringbone. So this is the LennyLight. It has 2 padded straps, features an adjustable width panel and panel height adjusters. This will shorten the panel for a younger baby. It has dual adjust buckles, so it adjusts here and where it connects to the panel. So you can use whichever end is convenient for the carrier you're setting up. So for a back carry, it can be more convenient to adjust through here. And for a front carry, a lot of people find it more convenient to adjust through here right next to the panel because it'll be on your front. It also has a detachable chest strap. So this is actually a magnetic chest clip. So you just bring the sides together and they kind of click themselves together, which makes it easier to get to and detach if you use it in the back. It can be used for a front carry in both H and X back configurations. So this chest strap, so the strap unbuckles here next to the panel. So unbuckle that, and then there's an elastic safety loop that if it were to come unbuckled while you're using it, that we use that to keep that there. So I definitely recommend using that. If you want to use it in X back, you can just leave these hanging, the chest pieces, and do an X, and we'll do a demo on that in a minute. But they do also slide all the way off. They're not attached to anything on the band, which lets you customize them to the perfect height, and also remove them if you don't need them for the X configuration. So this one is very widely adjustable. Lenny has these great big clips with this like red release, and they click nice and loud so you know that they're clipped. So in here, this just is an elastic, or a Velcro slider, so they can slide all the way in to itty bitty newborn, which is what we're going to set up for here. So I'm going to set that on the narrowest setting on both sides. And they have little recommended sizes here inside the belt. These are just recommendations. Go based on what fits your baby best. What you're looking for is for this panel width to go knee to knee. So one of the ways you can check that is just sit your baby. We'll try and do this in the air, but I would definitely do this on a bed or even the floor. With a young baby, you're gonna have to support them, but if you sit them here on the panel and look that this width is going knee pit to knee pit. So if the panel width, for instance, was like out here, then we're gonna be past, let's see if I scooch her up a little bit. You can see that this panel is gonna fit between her legs without making her go overextended, so. That's a way that you can check, but you can always start with the recommendations here, which are marked all the way up to 24 plus months. All right, and then once it's scrunched, you're going to have these kind of wings. We're going to make sure we fan those out to the side so we can still see this warning label here in the middle. That's just going to make for the most comfortable carry. Then you're going to flip it in towards you, and you're going to put it right here, right up under your bust. Even on men, you're going to want it right up there under their pecs to make sure that it's going to put the baby high enough, close enough to kiss is what we like to say. So we're always going to use the safety elastic. So we went underneath that, and then you're going to hear the click, and we're going to tighten it. It doesn't need to be like squishing you, it just needs to be tight enough that's not sliding down. Okay. I'm gonna release our other shoulder strap. Okay. So now we have 2 loose shoulder straps and a nice narrow panel. We're going to get our baby, place them in front of us, right where we'd like them to be. So right level with your collarbone should be like the top of their head. This is also what we call close enough to kiss, because if you tuck your chin in, you can kiss the baby. If you're reaching down like this, baby's too low. So we're gonna put her up here. And this is a legs out carrier, so we're gonna do legs out. And then you'll notice that our panel is too high. So that's where these panel height adjusters come into play. I would recommend you tighten these before you put it on baby, but you can do it right here as well. All right, so then this is a itty bitty newborn, so we're gonna tighten those down all the way, and it's just gonna kind of bunch the panel, which is what we want. See, now it's not gonna come above the nape of the neck, or at the very highest right here, the bottom of her ears. So then for an X back setup, we're gonna reach behind, grab the strap. These were set up for H, so they're a little short. So we're gonna pull straight down and then bring it around. All right. We need a little more length on the upper side of this. So these have strap retainers, so it's got quite a bit more strap there. So like this is one of the times when you're gonna wanna adjust close to the panel, so make sure that all your length is down there. So let's check our other strap while we're at that. All right, so yeah, we've got quite a bit of length here at the upper adjuster. So we're just gonna slide that through so that we've got all of that to work with down by our buckle. Okay. So again, we're gonna grab that strap, pull straight down, and then bring it around to the side of the panel. Make sure you don't have a twist. The twist is not unsafe, it's just uncomfortable, most likely. So I used that safety loop elastic to go around the buckle, and then I'm buckling it in. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, where I reach behind myself, lift a little bit on baby's weight, pull straight down, and then bring it around and in the side. So using that safety loop elastic again, buckling, and then when you are pulling, so like we've got slack over here, so I've got a loose armband here, right? So I'm gonna make sure that I lift up here by the carrier, then I'm pulling down in the back and then guiding it around to the buckle before I attempt to tighten it. Then. Okay. So what that will do is make sure that that crossing point is lower on your back, and that's going to distribute the weight a lot better. So we're going to make sure that this is tightened all the way. Keep that out of baby's face so we can see her face. Panels below her ears, and nice and high on my body. Our X in the back is comfortable, so this is your X back, and as you saw, the chest straps are still there. I just left them, and they're not really in the way, so you can just leave them there. It's one less thing to misplace, because you will need them for a back carry. So that's a newborn in our LennyLight. But here in the library, we actually have a number of extra accessories to go with the LennyLight, to add some functionality and or make this a more comfortable carry for you and your baby. So this is our back pad. So this slides lumbar support. This slides right here on the webbing to give you a little bit of support right there in the back. And it just slides over the waistband. We have it in 2 sizes. So this is their maxi size. This is their standard size. The LennyLight does not come with a hood, but we do have, Lenny has released add-on hoods. So we have that option for the library carrier. So they would just loop here around the straps. And then you have a hood. If you do use a hood, make sure that you can always still see baby's airway. So you don't want to be walking around like this because you can't see what's going on under there. But you can use one side to help, shade or warmth, etc. And if you want to attach this, again, you can just wrap it around the strap here. And snap, and now we're hands-free, and baby has some coverage. So there's the hood option, and carrier will also come with what are commonly known as suck pads to protect the carrier. So these are especially great for young, small babies who like to chew on the carrier. That's totally normal, but this helps preserve the lifespan of the carrier, especially for our library ones. And these are wash between uses, so that helps protect as well. It's a lot of wear and tear on the carriers to wash them frequently, so we try to reduce washing on our carriers by using these protectors. So those just go over the bands here and protect the straps from baby's face and mouth and all the things they like to do. So in the library, so you can use it just like this with the attachment points here on the sides. You do have to be careful about over tightening. If you really pull this tight, you'll see that really push into baby's back and kind of straighten them out. We really want them in that nice curved position. So we also offer this newborn adapter. It's not required, but it's an option here for the LennyLight. And so we're gonna change it to set that up. So we're gonna detach here on the sides. This does have to be set up before baby's in it. So we're gonna take baby out to do this. But so we remove that safety elastic from around that buckle to let it go. Same thing over here. So see, even if it's not buckled, it's caught on that safety loop, which is what makes it safe. So we're gonna undo that. So we've unbuckled the two sides. We still got a hand under baby, and let the carrier down, and baby comes out. So that's how we get baby out of the carrier. If you want to use the newborn adapter, you have to slide it through where this elastic is. So slide it through the little pockets formed by the Velcro sliding on both sides, so that now it will come up and around. So now we're gonna flip that inside. All the fabric spread out nicely. Put that back right up high. And then now we have these buckles here at the sides on either side of our panel. So we're going to take our baby, put baby in, same as before, scoop the panel up. I'm still going to do this one X back. So we're going to do one then the other, reach back for the opposite strap, pull straight down and bring it around. And now instead of going into this buckle here, we're gonna go into this buckle. We're gonna make sure we use the red, so these ones have red safety loops, so that's gonna go over the buckle. And then we're gonna go into that lower clip. We're gonna do the same thing over here. Pull straight down, and across. And we're gonna go under, this whole thing should go under baby's legs. Just gotta loosen this a little bit more, come down lower. Okay, make sure we go through the red safety elastic and then buckle it into the buckle. Okay, then we're gonna tighten things up. So again, I have slack, so I'm gonna pull straight down and then work it around to the buckle. And then we have slack on this side, so help that around here. It can also help if you do a little shoulder shimmy. Tighten that out. Still got a little slack on that side, so same thing, I'm gonna reach behind me, pull down first, then around. And so what this does is as you tighten, it'll actually help scoop baby. I actually need to scoop baby a little bit. It will scoop baby more, and there's no way to over tighten across the middle of the back here with this. It is still possible to over tighten, but you'll just keep hiking the legs up, and it will probably get uncomfortable for you, but it won't squish baby. So that's the alternative setup there. So, all right, so that's with the newborn adapter. We talked about the suck pads and panel cinching. So for a little taller baby, you can let some out. For a toddler, you could use the full panel height here. You can see that's a lot of adjustment. And it can go nice and small for our newborn. So, and it's a little bit padded up here by their neck, give them a little support and keep them comfy. So that's the, H-back. So we've got to do our H-back configuration on our LennyLight. So we're gonna release this clip, and we're gonna loosen that a little bit. And we're gonna release this clip. We're gonna take off that safety loop. Okay. All right. So for an H-back, we can set this up before baby goes in for an H-back, so it's a little easier. So we can take this, so the strap goes into the same side loop, so we're still going to use the newborn adapter for this demonstration. And so we're going to loop the safety elastic over it, click it in. Same thing on this side, we're going to find the strap, make sure we're not putting any twists in it, and put the safety elastic over and buckle it in. Okay, so now we have 2 loops and we've got our chest strap available there. All right, so as long as we're doing this, let's go over a couple of options for how to get your chest strap clipped. So there's a couple of ways. One that's pretty popular is to pre-clip the chest strap like this. We'll call this the t-shirt method. You can also do this with the buckles unbuckled. Some people prefer to do that. We get our baby, get her nice and snuggly, panel up. And then, so we have chest clip already clipped, so we're gonna grab that. Still got a hand on baby. We're gonna put our head through the same hole that baby's head is through. And then we're gonna slide our straps on. Just put our arms through, and there you go. It's on, and baby's in, and you didn't have to reach behind you to get the chest clip. So now we're gonna bring the slack. Oh, we got baby's foot caught. So make sure if you're using the newborn adapter, it should be going underneath baby's legs. So I'm gonna make sure they're in there nice and snug. Make sure you're pulling on the strap at the right angle so that you're pulling things through the. If you can reach around and kind of pinch this in your fingers, it kind of helps because the newborn adapter is threaded through the middle there, and so it'll keep pulling back and forth on your slack as you go. So it can also help if you do a little bit on each side as you go. But then you have, all right, so now the chest clip is kind of high on this, so I'm gonna pull my slack down like that and then bring it down some. And then I probably still need the chest strap a little bit lower. So that's something you'd have to ask someone for a hand just the first time you get this set where you want it for HBAC. Or you can take it off and move that down you really want it like level with your armpits is where most people will find that most comfortable. So I think those are all the features on the LennyLight.